Thanks for joining us here on Focus on Africa from BBC World News. Thousands of Kenyans were subjected to brutal and horrific human rights abuses so that their land could be grabbed by the British colonial government. That's according to a complaint brought before a UN special rapporteur today by a team of Kenyan and British lawyers. The allegations claim that families and whole communities in Kenya's Rift Valley were dislodged and evicted from their homes, and now they're asking for compensation. The BBC's Mercy Juma is in Kericho. Mercy, this is a significant case, isn't it?
Indeed, Peter, it is quite a significant case, and one that not only people here in Kericho, where I am, are watching and reading and looking to see which course it will take, but all over Kenya and definitely in Africa. And more so because this is the first time that a county government has filed such a case on behalf of its people. We are used to seeing national governments doing this. And earlier today, even some of the witnesses held a watch party at the county headquarters to just see how their governor and the lawyers were presenting the petition and their report to the UN rapporteur. But before that, we managed to speak to a few of the victims, and one of them is the only person surviving from the lot that was taken out of this place into other areas as the British colonialists took over their land. Here is what we filed.
94-year-old Kibore Cheruyot Ngesura vividly remembers the events of one afternoon in November 1934. He was just 10 years old when more than 100 families, including his, were forcefully evicted from their land in Kericho, Rift Valley. Kibore was sent hundreds of kilometers away to a place called Guasi. He is the only surviving individual of those who were evicted.
Life was really bad. There were tsetse flies that bit the animals and people, and many people died. Many others died from snake bites too. A lot of women contracted malaria and had miscarriages. So many children died from malaria too. There were no medical facilities.
More than 8 decades later, there is still a stark difference between what used to be referred to as the White Highlands and the native reserves. On one side, there are vast fields of tea owned by multinationals, while on the other side of this road, which was the border separating the farms of the white settlers and the locals who worked for them, people still live in crowded spaces.
Today, the people who were displaced live like squatters. Many say they were also brutalized by the white settlers.
I was milking. Then my employer came around me. The cow was startled. It kicked the milk bucket. My master slapped me hard. I fell into a fire.
For many years, these people have sought justice, even writing letters to the Queen of the United Kingdom. Now, the Kericho County Governor Paul Chepkwony and a team of lawyers have presented grievances against the British government at the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva.
The world needs to know that that tea which is being exported from Kericho is blood tea. The owners are suffering. They're also deported all over the country, and that is why we need to bring a closure by demanding reparation and apology from the UK government.
Today, an estimated 250,000 acres of land in the South Rift area are currently in the hands of multinational tea companies based in the United Kingdom. The petitioners hope the British government will be held to account by the United Nations and compelled to compensate victims of the historical injustices. Survivors and their descendants hope to be awarded $2 billion in compensation and the return of their land.
Mercy, these events took place decades and decades ago. Just how confident are the people there that they will get these reparations that they want?
Indeed, Peter, these events took place more than 8 decades ago, but they are confident. The lawyers that are handling this case say they have enough evidence and strong evidence, and they're relying on witness accounts of more than 300 people that they say they have recorded. And the fact that they're going through the UN and instead of going straight to the court to petition and ask for these reparations gives them more confidence. So they say they are almost 100% sure that they're going to get the reparations that they are seeking for.
But is that confidence based on any precedents in a case like this?
Of course not. It's not based on any precedents, because this is the first time that a local or county government is petitioning on behalf of its people in such a case. We've had the national government doing this, especially for Kenya, for people who were affected during the Mau Mau era. So the outcome of this case will definitely set precedents, keeping in mind that it is not only the Kericho County where people were affected during the colonial rule, or where people claim brutality by the colonialists. So definitely, if this goes through, then other counties or other local governments will definitely maybe come up and ask for the same on behalf of their people.
Mercy Juma, they're live from Kericho in Kenya's Rift Valley. Thank you very much.